1.
I'm thoroughly disappointed with Sehkie here. You're ruining a good thing.
You say ruining a good thing as if me and Vorn aren't ready to eviscerate you for this.
I was about to say, was this ever a good thing, though? I mean, I'm just asking.
No. I mean, I don't blame the fact. I don't blame our videos are not exactly stellar.
What we have maybe double digits in the subscriber base.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
subscribed to
and
you
we
guys,
have
just so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have the editing equivalent of a monkey on a hamster wheel.
Monkey on a what? Where are you getting this hamster wheel?
It's plugged into the computer at the moment.
No, I'm the hamster wheel. The computer's the monkey. It's doing the work.
This analogy is so strange.
It's because I had a slight mishap last week and slacked a little bit and did not publish any videos for like an entire week.
Hey, but the videos that had to go up daily after that got decent views for what we normally get.
Yeah, the hamster had escaped.
But yes, suffice to say, we have double digits subscribers, and I'm pretty sure at least 10% of those are porn bots.
Hey, y'all, drop a like, a comment, and subscription.
Yeah.
That was so sad.
Okay, so the story.
It's a masterpiece. I hate it. Thanks.
Do you want to elaborate on that a bit?
Get the fuck out.
It is a beautiful story. It is well written, well fleshed out. I only have one issue with the entire written story and characters, and it is directly with a character and the fact that I think her character did a 180 too quickly. That was my only plot issue, but I hate it. All of it.
It was amazing. Now fuck off.
Was that Sehkie? Which character are we talking about?
Spear Girl, but we'll talk about her.
Her.
When we get to characters, we'll discuss that. But as far as the storyline goes, so Vorn, how about that plot twist?
Hand me that blanket, Sehkie.
No, that's my good blanket. There's one on the bed. Use
Vorn
that.
Vorn about to Epstein in here.
Oh God! Oh no! No, you unplugged the headphones. Come back! Come back! Oh God!
You know, Bakaj, it's pretty nice being just on the other side, isn't it?
It is. I was about to say, I'm actually really glad this is not a video call.
We do not actually attempted murder, Vorn. We make the threat and leave it be.
I want the record to show that if I die, it wasn't suicide. That's just a conspiracy theory.
I want the record to show it wasn't me.
Don't worry. I'll make sure they'll never find you.
Well, this podcast is never getting published.
You know what the sad part about this is? I'm going to cut none of this. We didn't say any actual names, so I just don't care.
All right. Loopholes.
Yeah, I'm the worst.
So does anyone want to elaborate on their opinions on the story?
Yeah, right. I'm a little scared of Vorn, so I'll let someone else go and I'll bounce off.
Right, so, I mean, there's a big plot twist, obviously, spoilers. I mean, there's this little cat thing, creepy as fuck.
QB.
Yeah, Cube, creepy as fuck.
Or incubator, as it is revealed later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's like, wish with your soul, become a magical girl, fight these witches that like do bad things. Except, psych, you fight too much and you become a witch.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of sucks ass. Like, give me your soul and essentially get nothing but like painful and sad death out of it.
But that's kind of the point of the theming in a way.
Oh yeah, no, it's incredibly well written. It goes from like it like starts with the hopefulness of Sehkie and Madoka and Mami. There's like this core of like hope, and they're doing good and they're benefiting the world. And then it just takes a turn and it keeps going down. And then there's the hopelessness of Homura. Like the sheer and utter hopelessness. The fact that she has essentially created this on accident by trying to avert it because of time-space continuum.
If we were watching this like everything. This would be like the equivalent of Homer's like 5th or 6th season right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a lot happened, and none of it felt out of place. It all went together in a sequence that had like a bittersweet ending, you know.
Yeah.
It's a
But
really well
even though they didn't continue it, it just goes downhill from here.
Well, I was gonna say on Sehkie's opinion on a Kyubey, one of the things that I think is fascinating about Kyubey as a character is that the thing I don't even know if it's a boy or a girl. It's a thing. It's an it. Is a
It's an entity is the best way to describe it.
Yeah, it doesn't think itself as evil. It just has no empathy for anyone. So it doesn't actually see what it's doing as evil, just as what's necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And I find
like
that always
there's
really interesting as a villain
remarkably
who
utilitarian.
truly doesn't see themselves as villainous.
You
Yeah,
know,
there's that moment when they're talking about like their little soul egg thingies, and the
Mhm.
whole not feeling any pain, and he's just like, you guys couldn't do your jobs if you didn't feel the pain, if you felt the pain in that way. Like, this literally allows you to survive longer, like whatever.
Anime suddenly became a zombie.
Yeah.
Anime.
Yeah, no, not okay.
mm-hmm.
Also, I just had this terrible thought, like, as I was watching the ending, right? There's the episode where like Sayuki's body is discovered right in the hotel room, and like I know that like Spear Girl was like keeping her body fresh for a while, but like how long after she stopped keeping the body fresh was the body found? Because like stages of decomp, that could have been gnarly.
Yeah. Are we doing spoilers, or are we trying to keep it a little
This is
spoiler
spoiler.
free?
Oh,
This
yeah,
is
all
spoiler
spoilers.
territory.
All floodgates are
Okay,
open.
spoiler territory. Okay, so one of my one of the things I do that I actually tell people if they're kind of interested in this is I say, so there's always a character in like a group anime that there's one character who's the jerk, right? Who's just no one likes him, right? And I every time I see the character, I look at him and was like, what is wrong with you? And so when Homura, like the entire time Homura was around, I just looked at her like, why are you such a bitch? And then you get her backstory, and I went, oh, that's a really good reason.
Yeah, like that story. So, okay, I actually have a story. I was watching that episode, and I pressed play, and I like watched like 2 minutes, and then I went back to the beginning and pressed play again because I thought I'd accidentally missed like something drastic. I was so confused. I did not understand that
Well,
this was
just for
alternate universe to explain her coming from a different timeline kind of thing. I legit thought I'd missed something.
Just to add to what she said, before we started recording earlier today, she texted me. She said, hey, I finished the last episode of Madoka. And I said, yeah, what'd you think? And her text was all in caps. All it said was, what the ever-loving fuck?
Yeah, that was about my opinion on finishing episode 12. Like, what did I just consume in the form of media?
The birth of a god.
Yeah, basically.
No. It's like the you know what it was? It was the death of one divergence in a multiverse.
Yep.
That spawned all the others. That's what it was. It was an entity that caused the death of a universe. It didn't feel like a god, Also, can I say that part where he explains the history of magical girls, and you see like the Egyptian one and Joan of Arc, and I could literally name like the most likely characters for like 5 of them, and I was like, history, yay!
It's all terrible.
Yes, that's why they died young.
Yeah. Like, explains so much as to why Joan of Arc was burned at the stake.
I do love how that ending is like unapologetically like something straight out of a fucking JRPG for how.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You go from the end of the world to the destruction and birth of the fucking universe.
Poor Homura still having to like live with it.
I know she lost face technically.
Oh yeah. By all accounts, she did lose. She lost hard.
Yeah.
This is the only time I felt so bad for her. I was just like, nobody deserved that.
Yeah, I think that was one of the biggest like thing is the episode where Kyubey explains to Madoka why it does what it does, and I kind of went like, oh my god, oh, like I had to sit down and kind of process that, because it's just like, yeah, I'm trying to prevent the heat death of the universe, you stuck up snobs, and it's like, yeah, but you're killing us. Yeah, but everyone will die if I don't.
Yeah, but you'd be still pissing in a cave if I didn't.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
exactly.
that.
Oh,
I love that. Like,
Jesus.
humanity would still be naked in a cave if it wasn't for us.
That is that's such like an evil thing to say, but it's kind of true.
I mean, but you know what the best part? So I'm taking a bunch of history classes right now, and we did a huge unit on the cognitive revolution, and just like something happened 40,000 years ago, something happened, and we changed from like no evidence of cognitive input past the brain of like a chimp to like cave painting. I mean, it's not half baked.
Right.
That is a sobering realization that like something just clicked one day.
Something just clicked one day, and one chimp like, oh, I am a being. I exist.
Yeah.
So we're
Well,
saying
I mean,
here
like-
is that Cube did nothing wrong.
No,
Hashtag
Cube did
Cube
everything
is
wrong.
innocent.
Oh, you shut up. That's not even funny.
See, you know what? This is my job in this show. I say the controversial things without thinking about them. I made a comment about a Fate character in the original Fate Stay Night 2006 because the other guys were pissing me off. I made a comment about liking a character that ended up being essentially like a rapist and an abuser because I didn't know.
Oh my god.
And I had to backtrack on that hard. So, you know, Cube is innocent is the least of the worst things I've said.
Wow.
Arguably from a utilitarian standpoint.
Yeah.
Well, except for the fact that, I guess, no, not really, because during one of the flashbacks, Cube was like, yeah, the world's going to get destroyed and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's like, what happened to doing this? What happened to this all being beneficial to humanity? Fuck.
Yeah. Oh god. And then they did such a good job with the backstory of like some of the characters as well, like Homura, of course. But Spear Girl. She for a
Kyoko.
while. Yeah, Kyoko. Sakura Kyoko, right?
Yeah.
Or, yeah, other way around. But for a while they had me with her, you know? Like I was down with her through the whole church thing and then not in the apples. You know, and then Sehkie being like, how did you pay for that? I can't take that apple. Like that was a great backstory, you know? Like I made my wish for someone else as well, and then they turned on me.
The show does a really good job at backstories, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For the most part, like all the side characters have really, like their motivations mostly make sense.
Yeah,
I
the only ones that got the shaft on that is Mommy because literally her whole thing was like, I was in a car accident.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think at this point we're straying into the characters. Before we go,
But-
Vorn's been pretty quiet. Vorn,
You got
please
a
say something that doesn't involve killing me.
opinion about the story?
Like, express it. Use your big boy words here.
Don't
It's
provoke.
very nicely written, and the backstories are very nice as well. You guys already said what I would wish to say, and also, you shouldn't have asked for me to say my opinions on this thing. You've been asking for a long, long time, and now you know the reason why you don't.
I feel like I've taken something sacred from Vorn that he can never get back.
I mean, but Vorn and I feel the same. Like, we acknowledge this is a fantastic story. Like, the writer is gifted, you know? Like, what a way to, like, work twists in without making them seem, like, redundant or too much. But at the same time, wow, we hated this show. Like, this is not our cup of tea. This was depressing. This was sad. This was upsetting. Like, I did not enjoy watching this very much.
Before we actually get away from the story, I wanted to mention one thing. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of the movies that came out after this series.
Yep.
That tone of voice.
Yeah, so the first two movies is basically a recap of the 12 episodes, but the third movie actually takes place after the 12th episode.
Oh, good. Oh, goody.
Yeah, it actually...
That'll end up being a discussion for another day eventually down the road when I'm not getting death glares, I think.
Just in case you
But
guys are
needless to say-
interested to know where it goes afterwards.
There was a post-credit scene after the credits of the last episode that leads into that movie.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that if you want, like, if you, we'll get. I'll talk a bit more about like other, like, we always have that little thing of recommendations after it's over. So I'll poke at the
Yeah.
movie later with the free talk, I think. So I guess next time we'll be discussing characters, and we will be having our favorite segment, the Waifu Wars.
Oh God.
Nope.